Welcome to the Foresters pregame show presented by Coastal Copy, and we are joined by a player today, Will Rogers. Will, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, great to be out here. We got a beautiful day. I think it's about probably 75, a little bit of overhead cloud, which is pretty. It's a nice break from the sun. It's been hot, so good break from the sun today.
Well, Will, since the last time we caught up with you, one of the more recent games that you played in at Conejo, you had some, I believe, 3 RBIs. You came in, pitched 3 innings to close out that game in extra innings. What was that game like for you?
Oh, it was really fun. Just DHing, so worried about hitting early on, and then I think Pinnard came up to me in around the 7th and said to start getting the arm ready. So kind of in between innings, I'll kind of get in the mindset of becoming a pitcher, and then went out and pitched and had a lot of fun. Got a good win over them.
And talk about that mindset. I know last time we chatted about it a little bit, but even in, I believe it was a slow game, we saw you warming up in the outfield in case you need to be called on. What's that like even when you're standing in left field, tossing, I believe it was to Cooper Carter? What was that like?
Yeah, no, it's fun. And kind of being used to that coming off the season I had, not even getting to throw sometimes before getting out on the mound. Sometimes the mound is the first pitches of the day that I've thrown. So it's nice to be able to play left field or DH and get some reps in, but definitely ready to come in and pitch at pretty much any time.
All right, well, we've talked about the season so far for you, but let's go back in time. How'd you pick up the game of baseball, looking back?
I mean, it definitely happened because my dad played. He played at New Mexico State, was a catcher there, so I think he had a big influence on me and my brother. But we grew up playing wiffle ball in the backyard with the neighbors and running around hitting tee in the basement and a little bone net or something like that. So yeah, and I mean, my mom would come out with the dog and shag balls at the local park and stuff like that. So it's been a really good game to bring our family closer together, and I'm really excited to just be out here every day in beautiful sunny Santa Barbara with a really good coach and really good team.
And talk about the manager, Bill Pintard. What's the whole coaching staff been like to you as a player?
Oh, it's been amazing. I mean, this is my second summer out here. Last summer came out here struggling, and then Pinner just kind of cleared all that up, made the game easy and fun again. And that's really what this place is about, just playing the game the way that it was supposed to be played. I believe it's a kid's game, and we're supposed to be having fun out there, and that's what it's been. So it's been really fun.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate your time. It's always great catching up with you. Play well today and the rest of the season.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on today.
Of course. First pitch coming up right after this. Welcome back to Santa Barbara, California, as the homestand continues for the Foresters. Today, the Sturs will welcome in the Menlo Park Legends for an interdivision matchup. Hello, Hunter Shoemaker alongside Aiden O'Neill, welcoming you to Eddie Matthews Field on the campus of Santa Barbara High School. Aiden, yesterday the Stars had a no-hitter going into the ninth and ended up giving a hit up in that inning, but a commanding 15-0 victory over the Coastal Dodgers.
Foresters have started to look much better so far this season, and now you turn it over to Cody Howard, who's been an absolute workhorse on the mound, leading the team in innings, 19 1/3 innings pitched, only 8 earned. Out of the University of Texas. He's a guy they've leaned on all season long, and in a game where we try to continue this win streak throughout the homestand, game number 2, it's a big one today. Big crowd, Boys and Girls Club are here, so we're excited.
For Cody Howard, 5th appearance and his 5th start on the hill. When you look at his numbers, 3.72 ERA, only 8 walks compared to 22 Ks. Now let's take a look at the starting lineup today for the Menlo Park Legends. Leading off and in right field, Evan Bilter. To bat second, and in left field, John Paul Avila. Batting third and at first base, Dylan Joyce. In the cleanup spot, the DH, Jordan Crawford. In the 5th spot and at short, Joshua Quinn. To bat 6th, the catcher, Ethan Bergen. To bat 7th and in center field, Rowan Felsch. And the second baseman in the 8-hole, Ryson Ujimori. And the 9-hole hitter will be Nicholas Walsh, the third baseman, with Drew Brown getting the start today for the Menlo Park Legends. Well, here's Evan Bilter, the leadoff man. Cody Howard on the hill. Here comes the first pitch as Bilter will swing and miss, and we are underway from Santa Barbara. The Stars enter today 16-8. The Menlo Park Legends from the CCL North 10-14. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch, and Bilter will just tap it back. Strike 2.
We don't see the Foresters taking on a ton of CCL North teams as far as the entire schedule is concerned. That rivalry with SLO, but today it's Menlo Park.
The 0-2 pitch will miss down and away for Evan Bilter. For Menlo Park coming down south. Got a game here, of course, against Santa Barbara today, and 2 against SLO this weekend on Saturday and Sunday. The 1-2 offering, and Bilter reaches for over the first baseman, actually back to the first baseman. Jack Coleman makes the squeeze at first, and Evan Bilter retired 1 away in the first.
We saw Jack Coleman yesterday in left field and ranged back like an outfielder on the short infield grass right behind him, made it look relatively easy. A good start for the Stars.
Here comes John Paul Avila, batting second, 1 away, and the base is clear here in the first. Avila hitting at .250 on the year. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Let's take a look at the defense today for the Stars. Daniel Patterson is at third base. Drew Markle at short. D. Kennedy at second. Jack Holman just made that catch at first. Ryan Taman, the catcher. The 0-1 pitch, and that will miss low, 1-1. Caden Peterson will be out in left. In center, Jonas Sebring, Jackson Freeman in right.
Good quality at Cody so far has been those first pitch strikes and getting a lot of swing and misses.
Here's the pitch, and it will find the lower half portion of the zone. A ball and 2 strikes, John Paul Avila.
And you know when you throw Cody Howard out there, he's going to eat innings for you. He's going to preserve the bullpen. There's a reason he has 19 1/3 on the year.
1-2 pitch as Avila will take strike 3. Cody Howard sees 2 and sits 2 down to start his outing.
Perfect location on the fastball outside corner and froze Avila for his first strikeout.
There's Dylan Joyce. Batting third, 2 gone, and the base is clear. Here's Santa Barbara continuing their homestand from Santa Barbara. 1-0 pitch. Check that the first pitch to Joyce. It's in there for a strike, 0-1.
Once again, another first pitch strike. Big batter in the box, 6'4", 245.
Here's the second pitch, swing and a miss, and is Dylan Joyce, and quickly Howard yet again ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes.
Howard working quickly. Seems like we can't even get our thoughts in, Hunter.
I know, the 0-2 pitch, and Joyce is in the dirt. Ryan Taman is behind the dish. It's ball and 2 strikes.
In 2024 for Joyce at the University of Santa Clara, 278 average, 150 at-bats. Very scrappy team the Broncos were in the WCC.
1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. And Joyce will go down swinging. Cody Howard strikes out 2 in the first. Clean inning from the starter for the Santa Barbara Foresters. We go to the bottom half of the inning. Stars bats coming up next when we return.
Thanks for listening. But how would you like to read about your favorite team? Hi, this is Jim Buckley, and I'm proud to announce the publication of our first book about the Foresters, Stir It Up, the story of America's most successful summer baseball team, is out now. 100% of the profits from this new book will benefit the Hugs for Cubs. You can buy one at the ballpark or online. Visit sbforesters.org for a direct link or look us up on bookbaby.com. You can also pick up a copy locally at the Mesa Bookstore or Chaucer's or the Tecolote Bookshop. Stir It Up includes a complete history of the team from the founding by Bob Townsend in 1991 through all 10 national championships under Bill Pintard. You'll hear again from great Foresters players, read about the Hugs for Cubs, check out our all-time records, and much more. Help the Hugs and read Stir It Up. More info at sbforesters.org.
No score going to the bottom of the first inning from Santa Barbara High School. Drew Brown will get the start today, the man from Sacramento, California. His 8th appearance and 5th start on the hill. He's pitched 20 1/3. Right-hander will get the start. In the defense behind him, Nick Walsh will be at third. Josh Quinn will be at short. Bryson Ujimori will be at second base. Dylan Joyce will be at first. Ethan Bergen will be behind the dish catching. John Paul Avila will be in left. Rowan Felsch will be in center. And Evan Bilter out in right field today for the Menlo Park Legends. But here is Caden Peterson, the leadoff man for Santa Barbara. The Peterson, Freeman, Sebring in this inning. Drew Brown coming set to fire his first pitch of his outing. Here's the pitch, and Peterson sees it down and away, 1-0.
We talked about Cody Howard being an innings eater, but Brown even more, 20-plus innings this early on in the season. Guy these guys have leaned on.
1-0 pitch as Peterson sends it in the left center field. Sliding over is Avila and called off by the center fielder Felsch. 2 pitches, and Caden Peterson will fly out to the center fielder, 1 away in the 8th.
Caden just missed that one, Hunter. Big swing, launch angle. Very high, but just a bit under.
So here's Freeman. Jonas Sebring will be next. Batting 4th today is Jack Holman at the 5 spot. Will Rogers batting 6th. Daniel Patterson in the 7 spot. Drew Markle. The 8 spot. Ryan Taman, the 9-hole hitter, will be D. Kennedy. 1 away and the base is clear for Jackson Freeman. So Freeman enters today, 226 average. First pitch, and it will be in there for a strike, 0-1.
A lot of these young players on the Foresters, the averages are down under the 230 mark, but the at-bats still have been very effective, and a guy like Drew Markle got out of that slump yesterday.
Swing and a miss on the second pitch, 0-2, and so Drew Brown inducing a fly out to Peterson, quickly ahead against Jackson Freeman here on a Friday afternoon in Santa Barbara. A little bit of cloud cover overhead. Coastal Haze sticking around the 0-2 pitch, and this one is chopped over to the second baseman. Ujimori fields it, and retiring Jackson Freeman at first for the second out.
We saw Jonas Sebring get a day off yesterday, but back in there in his traditional center field, providing that pop at the 3-hole.
So Sebring stands in, 2 away in the opening frame for Santa Barbara. When we look back to yesterday's game, made 7 runs in the first inning, 3 in the second to jump out to a monumental lead over the Dodgers. Of course, they worked all those walks in that opening inning. A little bit different here today with Drew Brown seeing 2 and sitting 2 down. First pitch, and Jonas sees it in, ball 1.
And every game the Foresters have played in the CCL has been close. We've talked about it before, but even in the blowouts, it's really just one big inning that pushes the Foresters over the top, with the majority of the game being neck and neck.
Here's the second pitch as Jonas sees it down. That is ball 2 for Jonas Sebring. If he's able to reach, Jack Holman will stand on deck for the Sturs. And entering today, the Santa Barbara Foresters on top, the CCL South, 16-8. And for Menlo Park, entering today in 5th position in the CCL North. 2-0 pitch as Sebring sees a breaking ball missing in, ball 3.
Really cool to see the 2 UCSB guys on this team, Jack Holman and Jonas Sebring, with Holman going there next year, leading the team in batting average. Jonah at 362 with an 1,000 OPS.
Here's the pitch, and that is ball 4 for Jonah. And it's a 4-pitch, 2-out walk for Sebring, and he is aboard with 2 gone here in the first.
Here comes Jack Holman, a perfect situation. Talked about how the Foresters have attempted over 90 stolen bases on the season with 2 outs, a power hitter at the plate, knowing that even if Sebring gets thrown out, you lead off the next inning with Holman. This is a moment where I would expect Pintard to make the move for a steal sign.
And currently Sturs still at 90 stolen bases in CCL play. First pitch to Holman is in there for a strike, but yesterday, the non-CCL game, not counting towards stats and standings, I believe there's around 6 stolen bases in that ball game. So the Sturs, oh so aggressive. There goes Sebring on the 0-1. Pitch misses in, and the throw will be wide of the shortstop, Josh Quinn. And as a result, Jonas Sebring now in scoring position.
And just a ginormous jump. Traditionally, you don't see that big of a secondary lead at first base. He took 2 shuffles before he started running. Even if the throw's on line by the catcher Bergen, likely not out.
Here's the pitch down the right field line, foul. Now ball and 2 strikes for Jack Holman. So Holman need to protect the plate, but the Sturs have their first runner in scoring position. And Holman batting from the left side. Only a couple lefties in today. We saw a lot of left-handed bats yesterday for the Sturs. They had 5. Here comes the 1-2 pitch as Holman will send square back into the fencing behind the dish. Remains a ball and 2 strikes.
Good fight there from Jack Holman, but that's how you pitch a power hitter. 2 strikes, you get the eyes to light up by throwing a high fastball. Might try to spike a breaking ball now, change the eye level.
1-2 pitch as Holman on the ground, right side Ujimori fields it, and the throw over to first will be in time. Jack Holman will ground out to second. 3rd out of the inning. We head to the second, no score from Santa Barbara High School.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Second inning from Santa Barbara. Jordan Crawford, the DH, will lead things off. Crawford, Quinn, and Bergen will be coming on up for Menlo. No score in the top of the second. Cody Howard remains on the hill. Here's the first pitch of the DH as Crawford will see it down. That is ball 1.
The Foresters will be kicking themselves just a little bit, leaving Jonas Sebring in scoring position on the Jack Holman ground out, but you will get a great start from Cody Howard. Just have to get the offense going.
There's the 1-0 pitch missing away. That is ball 2. Well, for Menlo Park, they enter today on a 4-game skid, and in their last 4 games, they've only scored combined 7 runs between the 4 contests. 2-0 pitch is sent down the left field line, foul, strike 1. So the Legends been struggling to find some offense and push in runs. See what they can do here, especially in the early innings, trying to break this 4-game skid.
Well, the definition of baseball is, doesn't matter your record, clean slate every single day.
2-1 going foul towards the first base on deck circle, and it's now 2-2 to the leadoff man in the second.
And we've seen all season long the Foresters welcome in maybe not the best team, but 4-3, 3-2, and very close contest. So we're in for a good one.
Here's the 2-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. Jordan Crawford down on K's, and Cody Howard has already struck out 3 here in the top of the second.
And that was the changeup. What's so beautiful about Cody Howard's pitch sequencing is he was able to tunnel the changeup with the fastball coming out of the same arm slot, but at the very last moment, the changeup drops off the table where the fastball kind of stays off on an even plane.
First pitch now to Joshua Quinn, misses down and away. Quinn plays for Cal Lutheran. For Menlo Park, won't be traveling down there this season. One away, here's the 1-0 pitch, and Quinn will see it away, and that's ball 2. And actually, for Menlo Park, it's the only, here against Santa Barbara, the only time that they'll play a team from the Southern Division. Everyone else from the North. 2-0 offering, and this one is on the ground to Drew Markle. It's short. He ranges to his right, but that ball will slip under his glove. And as a result, Joshua Quinn will reach base on an E6.
Seemed that Markle got caught in between there, whether he was going to body up, slow down his feet, or make a throw on the run with Quinn having above average speed. And in the process of getting caught in between, the ball goes right under his glove for an E6.
So 1 out base runner for the Menlo Park Legends. Here's Ethan Bergen, stands in for the first time. He's the catcher today. First pitch, it will miss high, able to lay off of it. Ball 1.
Bergen, Skyline College junior. He's the backstop today for the Legends.
1-0 pitch, looked like the runner might go, and this one is foul down the right field line. Holding up is Quinn at first base. Looked like he was going to take off, and that ball was rocketed down first baseline. 1-1.
Umpires got to stay careful down there. Good dodge getting out of the way.
Ball and a strike for the catcher, Rowan Felsch, will be next. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Have to wait check. Back to first base. In safely is Joshua Quinn. And it is Jack Holman over there. We haven't seen Holman a whole lot recently at first base. He's been mainly the DH with Johnny Rodriguez holding things down at the first station. Another check back. In safe is Quinn.
But Holman very comfortable. You could just tell by his footwork and his demeanor at first base. His traditional position and very above average defensive player going along with that amazing bat.
So 1-1 count, and this one is in a shallow center field, and actually Sebring just has to adjust and makes the squeeze or the second out of the inning. Ethan Bergen is retired, 2 gone.
And pitching through an error is a quality that all great pitchers have. Being able to stay in the strike zone, don't get caught up with that runner on base, and Cody comes right back at the next batter. Gets Bergen to fly out.
Here's Rowan Felsch, center fielder, trying to work around Joshua Quinn on the bases. For the Legends, entered today 41 stolen bases in 62 attempts. What the Legends have done so far in the base paths. First pitch, fastball way to the left-handed bat of Felsch. 1-0.
For Felsch, playing at the College of San Mateo, only a 178 average in 26 games played.
Check back to the man at first. In safely again is Quinn, who reached on the error by the Forster shortstop, Drew Markle. But with 2 out, Cody Howard's looked very good to start his outing. Here's the pitch, and a rip and a miss. Strike 1.
And it appears that Felsch next season will be headed to UC Irvine.
It's 1-1. Another check back to the man at first, and they got him this time. Great pickoff move by Cody Howard. Joshua Quinn caught off first base, and Cody Howard only has to face 3. Quinn reached on an error, picked off for the final out. We go to the bottom of the second, still no score from Santa Barbara.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me,
making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
Bottom of the second, Will Rogers, Daniel Patterson, Drew Markle coming on up 5, 6, and 7 for the Sturs. No score here at Santa Barbara High School.
And throughout the last couple of days, riders and I, we've given Will Rogers the Mr. Clutch nickname just because of the impact he's had not only on the mound in the 9th inning, but timely hitting. He has been the guy that the Foresters have relied on.
At the first pitch, spoiled over the first base dugout for strike number 1. And for Rogers, had a nice day off yesterday in the non-league game against the Coastal Dodgers. That's a perfect nickname to describe what Rogers has done all year long. He's picked up saves. Last game he played and had an RBI single in the 10th inning, the 0-1 pitch. And this one is over the head of the second baseman and a leadoff single for the Sturs. They have their first knock coming in the second.
And Will's one of the few guys that is a returning Forester. We look at guys like Daniel Patterson, but Will Rogers was a part of that group last year that lost in the championship game in Wichita. There's that extra motivation, and he's so steady. Comes to the park every day, ready to work, constantly producing.
This is going to bring up now Daniel Patterson with Will Rogers aboard with the leadoff single. Patty stands in, 226 clip on the year with the first pitch missing away, ball 1.
Patty having a little bit of a down year as far as the summer goes, a 226 average like you talked about. Looking to turn that corner.
1-0 pitch, and Patterson swing and a miss for strike number 1. Drew Brown remaining on the hill for the Legends. The right-hander made up a lot of innings so far this season. Check back to Will at first and throw that pull Dylan Joyce off at first base, but he's able to make the grab, keep Will at first.
Patty's one of those players where we usually don't see a lot of swing and miss in his approach, but lately swinging through a lot of those fastballs.
Rogers, big lead off at first. Patterson is able to take a ball away, 2-1.
And if Brown were to just step off, Will Rogers was hung out to dry, got caught in the middle between first and second, but fortunate.
Brown winds up the 2-1 pitch, and it will miss away, ball 3. For Drew Brown, gave up a 2-out walk in the first. Leadoff single to Will Rogers remaining at the first station, but 3 balls and a strike for Patterson. Drew Markle will be next for Santa Barbara. 3-1 pitch, and Patterson will see ball 4, and that's going to put 2 aboard for Santa Barbara, and an opportunity here in the second to strike first to bring up Drew Markle.
2 great at-bats to start the second inning, and you turn it over to one of the hotter hitters on this team. A 2-run big fly yesterday from Drew Markle out of the 9 spot today, moved up to 7, and another chance to do some damage.
And for Markle, after that home run, he was hit and also worked a walk later on in the ball game, so getting on base a couple more times in that non-CCL game. So officially in the stats book, still no home runs for Drew. First pitch here will miss down, ball 1. But definitely big confidence boost with that home run yesterday in the opening frame. 2 aboard and still no outs. Stepping off is Brown as the Stars look to convert here in the second. Struck fast and early yesterday, 7 in the first and 3 in the second. Try to draw first blood right here in the second frame. 1-0 pitch, and that will find the strike zone, 1-1.
And I talked to Drew in yesterday's postgame about the unlucky nature that has kind of surrounded his season, hitting atom balls right at players. It felt really good to see one go over the wall.
1-1 pitch as Markle ropes it in the left field, base hit. Will Rogers looks to come around to score. The throw from the left fielder, the pickoff man, cutoff man, and slides in. Rogers was right on top of the baseball, but will slide in safely, and Rogers from second comes in to score. RBI single for Drew Markle, and the Stars now lead 1-0 over Menlo Park.
Very aggressive send from Shooky over there as the third base coach, but Will Rogers gets in there. A little bit of a bobble from the catcher. A nice slide, and the Foresters strike first.
So great work from Drew Markle, picking up right where he left off yesterday. And this RBI by Drew Markle is brought to us by Gold's Gym. Gold's Gym, couple locations in the Santa Barbara area where Santa Barbara Foresters train for success. So still no outs and a run in and 2 aboard. First pitch to Ryan Taman will miss away, ball 1.
Taman only batting 143. Sees a lot of time in that starting lineup with the great defense, always flashing the leather.
1-0 pitch, and on a breaking ball sends it over to the third baseman, past him into left field. Patterson looks to score from second. He will with ease. Markle maybe looks to score. He is rounding third, looks to come home, and Ryan Taman brings in a pair with a double. Santa Barbara now lead 3-0 in the second.
Ryan Taman ripped one right at the third baseman under his glove. And an easy send for Shooky with Drew Markle's speed knocking in 2. Talked about the early start for the Foresters yesterday. Couldn't have asked for much more. Already 3-0.
Now the pitching coach at the third base dugout for the Menlo Park Legends. Drew Brown, a couple ground outs in the first inning, a fly out as well. He had to face 4 batters, and he's faced 4 here in the second. 3 of them have come around to score, and he has recorded no outs. A couple more RBIs sponsored by Gold's Gym. But Ryan Taman and Drew Markle, 2 of the guys that you feel like you already mentioned about Markle, had those long shots right to guys in the outfield. They're just hard hit balls. Great for Ryan Taman to bring in a pair with that double.
And you can't ask for much more out of the bottom of your order when the top is scuffling to start a baseball game. If the bottom can pick them up, have at-bats that result in runs, always a great sign for success.
Here comes D. Kennedy. Kennedy, bottom spot in the order as Ryan Taman at second base. First pitch, and D will take a strike, 0-1.
Happy to see D back in the lineup. Been gone for a bit, to say the least, but so good at defense, so much speed, and a great clubhouse guy.
The 0-1 pitch, slow roll over to the third baseman, over is Walsh, and the throw to first is there in time to Dylan Joyce, and D. Kennedy will ground out 1 away in the second.
We talk about at-bats where you want to produce at the bare minimum for D. He's going to want to move that runner over, but gets just a little jammed. Rolls over 5-3 put out. Back to the top with Caden Peterson.
Ryan Taman is at second, 3-0 our score. Peterson a fly out to center. Last inning. First pitch, and Peterson sees it away, 1-0.
Peterson just missed one in the first inning, that fly out to left field.
Look back to the man at second. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's missing down for ball 2. Jackson Freeman will be next for the Santa Barbara Foresters. Santa Barbara currently in the Southern Division, a half game ahead of the Conejo Oaks. Looking to continue to chug along the 2-0 down the third baseline, and that is fair down the left field line. Here comes Ryan Taman. Taman will score. Peterson will go to second base, and the second extra base hit of this inning, and the 4th hit of the inning. Peterson drives in another run, 4-0 Santa Barbara.
That ball not hit particularly hard at all, but past the outstretched dive of the third baseman for an RBI double. The Foresters continue to roll on, and Caden Peterson, what a revelation. He's been at the top of the order all season.
Yeah, not only offensively, but what he does running. 13 for 15 on the bases. Such a good runner. A key leadoff man for the Sturs all year long. Here's Jackson Freeman. Bats from the left side. The first pitch missing down, ball 1.
And another great quality of leadoff hitters that I've seen out of Peterson, taking a lot of pitches, giving that intel back to the batters following. It results in greater at-bats for the team as a whole. He really does set the table.
Only a single out. Runner goes. The throw down to third. It's a good one, but the tag. Did they get him? Yes, they did. That is the second out of the inning. Peterson caught stealing. Ethan Bergen the throw down to Nick Walsh to throw out Caden at third.
Seemed like a poor jump from Caden Peterson, and the coaches kind of looking at each other. But from our angle, it didn't look like the tag was applied. Tough to tell, obviously, behind home plate.
But now 2 gone with Freeman calling time. Base is clear, and it's a 4-0 ball game. 4 runs in here in the second. Drew Brown, 1-1 pitch as this one is chopped over to the first baseman. Having to back up is Joyce, and he will underhand flip it to his pitcher, and they record the third out of the inning. But Santa Barbara put up 4 runs. Great stuff from the Sturs all the way through the order. We head to the third. Santa Barbara on top 4-0.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Now in the third, Sturs putting up 4 in the bottom of the second to take a 4-0 lead. Leading off will be Rowan Felsch. Bottom of the order coming on up for the Legends, Felsch, Ujimori, and Walsh. 6, 7, and 8. Cody Howard remains on the hill in the first pitch to Felsch. Swing and a miss for strike 1 for Cody Howard. He's only had to face 6 batters. 1 did reach on an error, but he picked him off to get the third out of the inning in the last.
Yeah, and that's exactly why Felsch will be leading off again.
0-1, missing away, 1-1.
For Cody, he's really used 3 pitches, the fastball, the slider, and the changeup.
And this one is over to the shortstop, 1 hop. This is a tough play for Markle. Can you make the throw? Yes, he can. Great play from Drew Markle. Made it look easy. 1 away.
Wow, Drew Markle, what a play in the hole, showing off the cannon. Perfect throw, getting Felsch by half a step. And off the bat, it was cued, not hit hard. Didn't think Markle had a chance, but perfect range, perfect throw, perfect result.
And here's Ryson Ujimori. Standing 1 away, bases clear out of the 8th spot. Cody Howard has been wheeling to start off his outing. First pitch is down, ball 1.
The UC San Diego kid now digging in out of the 8th spot.
Here's the 1-0 offering. Ujimori swing and a miss, strike 1. Ujimori so far this summer for the Legends, $158 average. Nicholas Walsh will stand on deck. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. The fastball from Howard, 1-2.
Only appeared in 4 games for the Tritons this last year.
1-2 pitch, misses down from Cody, 2-2. And when we look at what Cody Howard did in his last start against the Conejo Oaks on the 5th of July, 5 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, all of them being earned. Cade 5. 2-2 pitch, and this one is chopped over to the first baseman, Jack Holman, fields it, and will do it himself to record the second out. Ujimori will ground out to the first baseman, 2 down.
There's always one starter each year for the Foresters, talking to manager Pintard, that kind of emerges as their guy. Moving into the NBC World Series, moving into those games that are must-win, and Cody Howard, so far this season, has been that guy.
We talked about really throughout the game yesterday when the Stars had the blowout win over the Coastal Dodgers, just continuing to build. Walsh taking the first pitch down for a ball. The NBC, when you look at it, just 2 more games after today, the All-Star break, and then 4 more games in the regular season, and that'll be it for Santa Barbara. Off and rolling to Wichita. 1-0 pitch, and Walsh sends it deep into right center field. Sebring will track over, and he'll stay in the yard, and Sebring will make the squeeze to make the 3rd out. Walsh gave it a ride, will come up short, and Sebring makes the play. 3 gone in the inning, and we head to the bottom half of the 3rd. Sebring, Holman, Rogers up next when we return. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Jonah Sebring will lead off the 3rd inning for the Santa Barbara Foresters. Sebring, Holman, Rogers. Jonah worked a walk in the opening inning with the home team leading by 4 after picking up all 4 of their runs in the last inning in the 2nd.
When the Foresters strike, they strike in bunches. Yesterday, it was 10 runs in the first 2 innings. Today, the 4 spot in the 2nd, picking right back where they left off with Jonah Sebring.
Here's the first pitch as Jonah sees it high, ball 1.
Jonah, he walked his first time through. Easy stolen bag to 2nd. Has all 5 tools.
1-0 pitch, and Jonah reaches for it, 1-1. For the Stars, 16-8, that half-game lead over Conejo. But when you look towards Menlo Park, currently 10-14, 5th position in the Northern Division with Walnut Creek pacing the way. Here's the pitch, and it will miss in for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike with Walnut Creek at 16-7. The best in the North.
If you're the Conejo Oaks, you feel good. As we talked about, Foresters do not play in that playoff.
2-1 lifted, shallow right field. Bilter and Ujimori will move in, and it will be the right fielder, Bilter, to make the catch. And Jonah retired for the first time today, 1 away in the 3rd.
Jonah just caught that one off the end of the bat. Looked like it might get in that Bermuda Triangle in right center where the 3 players converging, none of them could catch it, but nice play by the right fielder calling him off.
So here's Jack Holman, 0 for 1 today, ground out to 2nd. Sturs leading 4-0. The first pitch, swing and a miss. Strike one to Holman.
Despite Holman's amazing numbers, he struggled with that off-speed pitch, whether it's the slider or curveball, from a barrel percentage perspective.
There's the 0-1 pitch, and Holman will just tap it back in the glove of Bergen. 0-2.
And that's a scouting report that all these teams will start to gain intel on. Do not throw Jack Holman a fastball, or else it will be punished in a big way.
Middle infielders playing back. Here's the 0-2 pitch and a breaking ball, and Holman down on 3 pitches. He Ks in the first K of the day for Drew Brown. 2 gone in the third.
And 3 pitches, 3 sliders. Heavy dose of that off speed. And Will Rogers now stepping up. He had that single in the first. Looks so dialed in.
This started the stretch. This portion of the order, Rogers, Patterson, Markle, and Taman, with the first 4 to bat in the second, all came around to score. 3 of them had hits. Patterson worked a walk. That's how we have our 4-0 score. Thanks to these guys. First pitch, missing away. It's ball 1.
And who else but Will Rogers to start off that big inning? Always finds himself in the mix of those crooked numbers.
I was going to just say, having that part you alluded to in the last inning of the bottom half of the order, how good it's been to have them producing. And Rogers will get hit. So he was aboard for the second time today. This hit by a pitch is brought to us by Alta Orthopedic.
Ouch, that looks like it hurt. This hit by a pitch brought to you by AltaOrthopedics.com. Got hurt? Call them.
So Rogers aboard with 2 gone in the third. Here comes Daniel Patterson. Now the head coach, Chris DeBoo, wants to talk with our home plate umpire.
This might be a discussion about whether Will Rogers leaned into it or not. But it's quick. It hit him clean. Will Rogers will be awarded first base.
Here's Patterson, worked a walk in the last.
Patty had a nice at-bat in the second to really keep the line moving.
First pitch from Drew Brown, and it will miss down. Ball 1 to Patterson.
The one element of Will Rogers' game hunter that's underrated is his speed. He's an above-average runner. Same situation as in the first when he had Sebring at first. Could see a stolen bag.
The 1-0 pitch is down for Drew Brown, and is ball 2 for Patterson. Look at the winds here today. American flag has been oscillating. Blowing from left to right, pole to pole, and then blowing straight away. Here's a 2-0, and this one's down the right field line. That ball is fair. Will Rogers going to third, Patterson going to second, and Patterson will stand up going into second base, and that's a 2-out double for Patterson, his first hit of the day.
Patty just caught it off the end of the bat, but dunked it into right field. Has enough speed to get to second base with ease. Setting up the red-hot Drew Markle once again.
Well, the Sturs have an opportunity to tack on a couple more after putting up 4 in the last inning. Patterson to second. Will Rogers advancing to third. And Drew Markle had an RBI single in the second to drive in the first run of the day. Can he push in a couple more? Drew Brown under some pressure, trying to keep it a 4-0 ball game. First pitch as Markle reaches for it, pops it up right side, and it will go out of play. No chance for Joyce, the first baseman. Strike 1.
Markle all season long, a very aggressive hitter. If he sees a pitch over the middle, even if it's early in the count, he will take a big rip at it, and we saw that once again.
Can the Sturs put up some more runs? The non-official game yesterday, they put up 15. Nearly had a no-hitter going into the 9th inning yesterday, but it's 0-1 as Markle sees a ball away, 1-1.
It's frustrating. We still blame some of these interns here. We're jinxing it. But, hey, today, similar affair so far. We'll just leave it at that.
2 gone. 2 aboard. 1-1 pitch as Markle will tap it down the third baseline, out of play. 1-2 for Drew.
Markle's approach with 2 strikes will be a telling tale, at least in my eyes, just because, yes, he's had a lot of success early in the count, but being a successful hitter with 2 strikes shows that you're dialed in.
Will Rogers is at third, Patterson at second. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Markle over to the shortstop. Quinn fields it, and the throw to first will be in time. And Drew Markle will ground out to short, and a pair stranded in scoring position. We head to the 4th frame. Sturs still on top 4-0 over the Legends.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Thanks for listening. But how would you like to read about your favorite team? Hi, this is Jim Buckley, and I'm proud to announce the publication of our first book about the Foresters, Stir It Up! The story of America's most successful summer baseball team is out now. 100% of the profits from this new book will benefit the Hugs for Cubs. You can buy one at the ballpark or online. Visit sbforesters.org for a direct link, or look us up on bookbaby.com. You can also pick up a copy locally at the Mesa Bookstore or Chaucer's or the Tecolote Bookshop. Stir It Up includes a complete history of the team from the founding by Bob Townsend in 1991 through all 10 national championships under Bill Pintard. You'll hear again from great Foresters players, read about the Hugs for Cubs, check out our all-time records, and much more. Help the Hugs and read Stir It Up. More info at sbforesters.org.
Evan Bilter will lead off the 4th inning for the Menlo Park Legends. Sturs still on top 4-0. Cody Howard remains on the bump. Here comes the first pitch, the man at the top of the order, and this one is in a right center field. Sebring has to slide on over, and he can make the catch. One pitch, and Evan Bilter is retired, 1 away in the 4th.
Constantly rave about the jumps Jonas Sebring gets on fly balls, covers so much ground, and here at Santa Barbara High School, Eddie Matthews Field, relatively big outfield hunter. There's a lot of ground to cover, especially in the gaps, but Sebring just coasting.
So here's John Paul Avila will stand in for the 2nd time. Cody Howard threw 35 pitches through the first 3. Here's the first pitch to Avila, in there for a strike, 0-1.
Cody Howard been all business, working very quickly, a lot faster than normal.
0-1 pitch, and a swing and a miss to Avila, 0-2. Dylan Joyce will be next from Menlo Park, Santa Barbara. Nice lead, 4-run lead. Here's the 0-2 pitch as Avila will strike out Cody Howard. Has his 4th K and 2 gone in the 4th.
Simply put, there hasn't been any encouraging signs from the Menlo Park Legends just because of how good Cody Howard has been. The only base runner allowed was with 1 out in the 2nd inning on that Drew Markle error.
Here comes Dylan Joyce. 2 gone, bases clear. First pitch sent foul into the fencing above the first base dugout. Strike 1. Joyce Cade in the opening inning. 0-1 pitch, and same spot over that first base dugout. Strike 2.
More first pitch strikes from Cody Howard, ahead 0-2 once again. And the top half of these innings are just flying because of the dominance, but also the quick pace.
The 0-2 pitch, and this one is up the middle. It's lined and in and out of the glove of Cody Howard. And as a result, Joyce will reach base. That was in the leather of Cody Howard. Just couldn't make the squeeze. And Howard Looks like he's visibly frustrated with himself, but a heck of an effort from Cody. Joyce will reach base with 2 gone, and it looks like it'll go down as an error for Cody Howard.
What a play that was by Cody just to knock it down, and in the process, a lot of time with Joyce running to first, kicked it around a couple of times. And they'll pick up the 2nd error for the Sturs today.
Here's Jordan Crawford, and this one sent down over the third base dugout. That is strike 1. The reflexes of Howard on that play. I think that just to stop it would have been a base hit with ease up the middle.
Absolutely, and that's just your mind taking over. Self-defense mechanism almost.
Here's the 0-1 to Crawford. And it's sent foul just to the left of home plate. That's strike 2 to the DH.
Once again, Cody Howard ahead 0-2. And getting ahead with that fastball in the lower 90s gives him so much versatility to throw those off speeds wherever he wants.
Joyce at first, the 0-2 pitch, and this one's chopped over to Drew Markle, fields it right at the ground, and the throw will be good to Holman, and Jordan Crawford will ground out to short. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the 4th, Santa Barbara still on top by 4.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Bottom of the 4th inning, and we have a new arm on the hill for the Legends. Nolan Rodriguez will take on over for Drew Brown. He's going to face 8, 9, and 1 coming up for the Sturs. Santa Barbara lead 4-0.
11 2/3 innings pitched for the new arm, Nolan Rodriguez. He struggled with walks, 10 walks to 8 strikeouts.
First pitch to Ryan. Fastball missing high. That's ball 1. Taman, 2-run double and also a run scored in the 2nd inning. That's when the Foresters put up all 4 of their runs. 1-0 pitch, and Taman has to lean back from that one. Ball 2.
Talked about how he struggled with walks, and we see the lack of command here to open up his performance. Already a 2-0 count to Taman, both not particularly close.
Here's the pitch, and Ryan pops it up left side. The shortstop and third baseman getting under it, and Walsh and foul ground tracks back, makes the squeeze, and the third baseman makes the play, and Ryan Taman has the pop-up, caught in foul ground, 1 away in the 4th.
Taman just got under that one, a 2-0 count, looking for 1 pitch, 1 spot to hammer. Took a big swing, but didn't get a lot of it at all.
Here's the 9-hole hitter, D. Kennedy. Ground out to third today. Stands in 1 out, bases clear. Rodriguez retires the first man he faces. Here's the pitch, and Kennedy sees one down, ball 1.
D, his first time through, just rolled over to the third baseman. But good for that. First hit to get everything moving once again.
Here's the pitch on a breaking ball, popped up right side. Dylan Joyce, the first baseman, will be able to make the catch just in front of the first base dugout. And almost a carbon copy on the other side of the infield, where D. Kennedy has a pop-up caught by the first baseman in foul ground, like Ryan Taman on the opposite side, but 2 gone.
And those are 2 at-bats that are going to be frustrating for the Forester hitters. Back-to-back pop-ups. Want to get back to hitting line drives.
Here's the top of the order, 2 gone for Caden Peterson. Here's the pitch, and Caden sees it down, ball 1. Caden today, 1 for 2, fly out to center, RBI double in the second. The 1-0 offering, and Caden sees it high and away, 2-0.
Caden Peterson's plate discipline is something that every young hitter can learn from. Always in control of his at-bat.
2-0 pitch, and Peterson jammed near the hands, sends it back in the backstop, 2-1.
For Caden, playing at the University of Pacific in the Northern California. A lot of these players from that same neck of the woods.
It's 2-1 as Peterson sees a fastball high, ball 3. Currently, when you look at the American flag out in right center field, wind blowing from pole to pole, right to left, typically the opposite direction. Now the flag has gone limp. 3-1 pitch as Caden sees a breaking ball in there for a strike, full count.
Caden now, walk or knock is the mentality. Find a way to get on base.
3-2 pitch as Peterson rolls it over to the third baseman. A backhand by Walsh is the throw in time. Yes, it is. Great play by the third baseman, and Dylan Joyce off one hop makes the play at the first station. 3 up, 3 down for Nolan Rodriguez and the Menlo Park Legends. We head to the 5th. Sturs lead by 4.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara Airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara Airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Top of 5 from Santa Barbara High School. Sturs still lead 4-0. Joshua Quinn will lead things off. Ethan Burgin and Rowan Felch due up in this inning with Cody Howard remaining on the hill. First pitch, and it will miss down, ball 1. And when you look at what Howard has done, 45 pitches through the first 4 innings.
What a sign that is if you're Coach Ryan Kramer. The pitch counts down. He's working quickly and has been awesome.
Well, 1-0 misses down and away. That is ball 2.
It's a big thing with a pitcher, your tempo. If you're already feeling good, 4 innings of shutout baseball, you want to stay in that same mentality.
2-0 pitch, swing and a miss for Quinn. Strike 1. Quinn was the first man to reach base today, reached on E6. Dylan Joyce reached on E1, the 2 men that have reached so far. Here comes the 2-1 offering, and Quinn will take a strike, 2-2.
Good slider there from Cody Howard. Now is the opportunity to elevate that heater, go right back to the same pitch.
2-2, swing and tapping it foul is Quinn. He will stay alive. Quinn batting at the 6th spot today, checked at the 5 spot.
Great fight from Quinn. Most all-around at-bat that the Legends have had so far today.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch to the leadoff man as Quinn will stay alive, fouls it back into the fence. 2-2.
Just the heater middle. Quinn was late. Definitely a pitch that the defense and Cody Howard can learn from.
2-2. Here's the pitch as Quinn in the right field. Tracking back is Jackson Freeman, and he makes the catch. Good read from Jackson out in right, and Joshua Quinn is retired. The line out in the right, 1 away in the 5th.
That ball was crushed by Quinn, but what a jump from Jackson Freeman. We were raving about Jonas Sebring's jumps earlier. That one was equally as good. So much ground covered by these 3 guys in the outfield, a ton of speed.
Fun to watch the outfielders here for the Sturs. Here's Ethan Burgeon. Fastball away, ball 1. So with 1 out, and it is the 5th inning. This 5th inning is brought to us by Finney's Craft House. Finney's Craft House is located on Lower State. 1-0 pitch, and this is swing and a miss from Ethan Burgeon. 1-1, and Finney's is a great place to gather before or after any Forster game. Finney's Craft House on Lower State. 1-1 pitch, and Burgeon chops it over too short. Drew Markle slides in, and it goes under his glove. It goes into center field, and Burgeon will reach base for the first time today. It'll go down as a 1-out knock, and Ethan Burgeon has the first hit of the day for the Menlo Park Legends.
The Legends break the streak of Forster baseball where carrying no hitters late in the ball games. That one just snuck under Drew Markle's glove, but if he fields it cleanly, that's still a base hit.
Only the 3rd base runner of the day in safely is Burgeon. And Cody Howard, he's got a lethal pickoff move. Already saw it in action in the 2nd. He got Quinn sleeping off 1st.
And holding runners on is a quality that gets overlooked from a pitching perspective, but one of the most valuable.
Here's the first pitch now to Rowan Felsch. Fastball in for ball 1.
And what makes Cody Howard so good is he varies his deliveries. Sometimes he'll hold the ball for 2 seconds, sometimes 5 seconds, always keeping the runner on his toes.
Burgeon inches out. A little bit more, swing and a miss. 1-1 the count for Rowan Felsch.
Looking for a ground ball to get the Sturs back in the dugout.
Runner at first, 1-1 pitch, and this one is up and out of play, or 3rd base dugout, a ball and 2 strikes. Ryson Ujimori will be next to follow Rowan Felsch. The only time these 2 teams will meet all year long, it's actually the only time Menlo Park will play a team in the CCL South. The 1-2 pitch lifted into center field. Sebring slides on over into the gap and makes the squeeze. 2 gone to the inning. Burgeon retreats back to 1st. Big 2nd out for the Sturs.
Cody Howard's had so much confidence in his stuff, even when he's missing middle. That fastball right in the hitting zone, still getting success and weak contact.
Here's now the 2nd baseman, Ujimori. Stand in. 2-out base runner at 1st. It is a 4-0 ball game. All 4 of those runs for Santa Barbara coming in the 2nd. In that 2nd inning, 4 knocks. First pitch down the first baseline, foul for strike 1 to Ujimori.
It looked like caught a piece of Ujimori's top of his toe. That one's going to take a while to shake off. You see the protective piece only around the ankle. That foot completely free.
Home plate umpire gives him a moment. Trying to shake it off. Here comes the coaches out of the 3rd base dugout. Chris DeBoo, the head coach.
Based on where he's holding Hunter, it might be the knee. And he caught him that high up on the leg.
We hope he is okay. There is still a man at first. The Menlo Park Legends making their trek down California, playing slow tomorrow, also on Sunday. 3 games down here.
This seems like it'll be one of those stingers where after about 30 seconds to a minute, you walk it off, you're able to stay in the baseball game. But not fun, to say the least.
Checking his footing on that right leg. And it looks like he should be A-okay. It was strike 1. Going off his leg, possibly his foot. The 8-hole hitter has a ground out to the first baseman today. Jack Holman is over there. With Santa Barbara leading 4-0 in the Finneys' 5th inning. The Legends have been pretty aggressive on the bases this season. The 0-1 pitch, and it's fouled straight back. And into the camera, little technical difficulties there. And that will be strike 2. Well, that's the first time that's happened all season long. It was a matter of time. And we'll get it all situated back. But here comes the 0-2 pitch. Ujimuri sees it away, 1-1. Appreciate Cole. He's also been on the broadcast helping getting this camera back. All right, so it's 1-2.
By the camera. Hit me right in the face. We're all good, though.
1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Ujimuri will go down swinging, and Cody Howard has his 5th K. It's a 1-out single by Burgeon. He is stranded on the bases. Go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Stir still on top, 4-0.
Thanks for listening. But how would you like to read about your favorite team? Hi, this is Jim Buckley, and I'm proud to announce the publication of our first book about the Foresters, Stir It Up, the story of America's most successful summer baseball team, is out now. 100% of the profits from this new book will benefit the Hugs for Cubs. You can buy one at the ballpark or online. Visit sbforesters.org for a direct link, or look us up on bookbaby.com. You can also pick up a copy locally at the Mesa Bookstore or Chaucer's or the Tecolote Bookshop. Stir It Up includes a complete history of the team from the founding by Bob Townsend in 1991 through all 10 national championships under Bill Pintard. You'll hear again from great Foresters players, read about the Hugs for Cubs, check out our all-time records, and much more. Help the Hugs and read Stir It Up. More info at sbforesters.org.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Now in the bottom of the 5th inning, still a 4-0 lead for Santa Barbara. 2-3-4 coming up. Freeman, Sebring, and Holman. With Cody Howard continuing to roll along, and we are in the 5th inning. This 5th inning brought to us by Finney's Craft House. First pitch to Freeman, and we'll miss low, ball 1 with Nolan Rodriguez remaining on the bump.
Rodriguez has looked very good for the Legends. Now Freeman digging in 0 for 2, looking for that first hit.
The 1-0 pitch as Freeman sees it down, ball 2. A pair of groundouts today for Jackson, one to the second baseman, and a ground out to the first baseman. 2-0 pitch to the leadoff man, and Freeman drills it into center, tracking back and sliding on over is Felsch, makes the squeeze. Freeman retired, 1 away in the 5th.
Good swing there from Jackson Freeman, but just right at the center fielder. And speaking of the camera, Hunter, I'm shocked that was the first time it's happened all season long. A foul ball straight back. Caught me in the face a little bit, but we're all good. We play through it just like these guys do.
Oh, yeah. So here's Sebring. Worked a walk and fly out to left. Watch what'll happen again today. Sent back, kick off the camera off the stand. Here's the first pitch. And Jonah sees a breaking ball, strike one.
First pitch strike to Jonas Sebring. He's worked a couple good at-bats. Still looking for a hit.
The 0-1 pitch, and Jonah sees it away, 1-1 for the Sturs. Just 4 runs in the second to amass this 4-0 lead. A lot of production today coming from the bottom of the order. 1-1 pitch, and Sebring will spray over the first base dugout, strike 2.
For Sebring, 1 out here. Just getting him on base, he's found a way to come around and score.
There's a pitch and reaching for a high breaking ball. Tapped it down third baseline, strike 2.
We've seen this kind of common theme from the Foresters all season long. They'll score a big number in 1 inning and then kind of go quiet as the rest of the game goes on. I'm sure that's something manager Pintard wants to fix when you play in those high-stress situations, wanting to strike throughout a ball game.
1-2 pitch, good take from Jonah, missing away. 2-2. Yeah, the consistency through inning 1, through the final inning. However you play, you want to keep it consistent, and the Sturs, especially the bottom of the order today, have been very good. Here's the 2-2 to Jonah, and Sebring, check swing, did he go? Yes, he did on the high fastball. He goes around the first K of the day for Nolan Rodriguez, 2 down in the 5th.
Tried to hold up, but could not, and Rodriguez out of the bullpen has been phenomenal. Yet to allow a base runner.
He only had to throw 11 pitches in his first inning. Tired the first 2 in the bottom of the 5th. This brings up Jack Holman. First pitch in the right center field. Going back, he'll stay in the yard as Felsch, the center fielder, makes the squeeze. And a quick 1-2-3 inning for Nolan Rodriguez as we head to the 6th. Santa Barbara still on top, 4-0. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Now in the 6th inning, Walsh, Bilter, and Avila, 9-1-2, coming on up for the Menlo Park Legends, and it remains just a 4-0 ball game. Sturs picking up those runs in the second. For Menlo Park, they picked up their first hit of the ball game in the last, but they've only had 3 base runners all game long.
Credit to Cody Howard. He has been phenomenal start to finish. We see him in between innings. It's almost like he's running out there on the mound, throwing his warm-up pitches, keeping the game moving, keeping that routine.
First pitch and in the left center field, trying to get there. Sebring. Jonah cannot get there. That ball in the gap. Walsh going to second, maybe looking for 3. He will hold up at second, and it's a lead-off double for Menlo Park. Second knock of the day, and Walsh aboard for the first time.
That was the first hit today that was truly barreled up from the Menlo Park Legends. First one kind of off the end of the bat. But Cody Howard will be interesting to see how he pitches through a jam. And it looks like Jackson Cloud will begin to get loose down there at the bullpen.
Now at the top of the order, Evan Bilter, 0 for 2 today. First pitch, and Bilter will follow it back. Strike one. Look at the pitching today for Ryan Kramer as Cloud is warming up. In terms of right-handed pitchers, Diego Ramos, Ty Baker, available with a lone lefty, Tucker Holland. But Cloud is up. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Bilter, and Bilter pops up right side. Holman, the first baseman, now in foul ground. Camps out under it, makes the squeeze, one away in the 6th.
And that's the quality that I was talking about, the ability to battle back for Cody Howard. He gives up that leadoff double to left center field, but continues to attack the strike zone, gets a pop-up. And now, getting out of this inning becomes a whole lot easier.
Here's the man out of the 2-hole, John Paul Avila. He's K'd twice, and he reaches for this one into right field. That is a base hit. Freeman fields it, looking and holding at third will be Nick Walsh, and that ball is an errant throw. The runner trying to get down to second base, and no throw. The ball wasn't even in the glove of Cody Howard, the pitcher. So now 2 in scoring position, only a single out.
That's going to go down as an error on Jackson Freeman, I would assume. They're going to go with no error. The runner does move up from first to second.
On the throw home to keep the runner at third. Official score saying Avila was advanced to second on just the throw home. So 2 in scoring position now for the Legends. Here's Dylan Joyce looking to get right back in this ball game. It's a 4-run lead for the Sturs. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball sent foul. Right field line out of play, strike one.
They'll keep the infield back up 4-0. Looking for a ground ball.
Dylan Joyce, 0 for 2. He did reach on an error in the 4th inning. That liner back to the hill. The 0-1. This one's down the third baseline. Daniel Patterson moves in. Double clutches it, but the throw in time. A run will come in to score. Nicholas Walsh will score from third base. Dylan Joyce will drive him in as he grounds out 5-3 for the second out. And the runner holds at second. That's Avila.
That's exactly what the doctor ordered for Cody Howard. Pitching through that defensive miscue, getting a ground ball. Now 1 out away from truly limiting a big inning.
4-1 now our score, and this will bring up the DH Jordan Crawford. Still a man in scoring position, John Paul Avila. First pitch, and Crawford sees in. Taman lost under his legs. Runner still holding. He had plenty of time. Taman couldn't see it, but Avila will remain at second. Ball one.
Cody Howard. What was that changeup that missed just a bit down? Got to find a way to get back in the zone. Has that open base to play with.
Howard looks back to second. The 1-0 pitch, and this one's rifled down the right field line. Well foul into the bullpen. It looks like it was caught by Jackson Cloud, who's warming up, and it was. So Cloud, likely entering the next inning, makes the catch in the bullpen. 1-1.
Cloud with a heads-up play down there. Got it in the sweet spot. That could bode for some good luck in his outing today.
He's now keeping very close eye on the batter, now looking directly back to home plate. Crawford. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and Crawford sees it down. Ball two.
Seen Cody's command get away from him just a little bit this inning. The Legends starting to work better counts.
Howard only allowed 3 base runners through the first 5. Here's the 2-1 pitch, missing away, ball 3. 2 have reached in this inning. A run has been driven in for 1 game. On deck will be Josh Quinn.
Crawford today hasn't done any damage, just like the majority of these hitters. But you see the second time through the order, usually teams do a little better.
3-1 pitch in there on the outer corner. Full count.
That's a really good location, 3-1. Always talk about knowing you need to come in, but still executing on a corner. Now 1 strike away from escaping the jam.
Payoff pitch. Crawford flares it up towards the third baseman. That ball will get through. Marco backhands it. No throw, but a play at the plate. Rifled in. Here's Taman. Can he apply a tag? Yes, he can. Smart play from Drew Markle, and Ryan Taman records the third out and saves a run from scoring. John Paul Avila looked to come home from third as he was at second base, but thrown out at home. Great play by Markle and Taman. Go to the bottom of 6. Sturs lead 4-1. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Will Rogers leads things off for the Sturs. First pitch from Nolan Rodriguez is in there for a strike, 0-1. After Menlo picking up their first run top half of this inning to make it a 3-run game.
Legends starting to piece together some better at-bats, but the Foresters still holding strong with that 4-1 lead and leading off with Rogers.
The 0-1 pitch reaches for it. In comes the second baseman, Ujamari, and the throw to first will be in time, and Ujamori makes a good play. The second baseman to retire Will Rogers, 1 away in the 6th.
And the Foresters need to tack on at least a couple more runs to give Cloud and the rest of the bullpen that insurance, because as we get to these late innings, the Legends will naturally start to piece together better ABs. Want to keep a solid lead.
First pitch to Patterson in there for a strike after Rogers grounded out to second. Patterson has reached base twice today, a walk, a run scored, and a double.
Quick time, but looks like we're all good to go.
Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Patterson on a breaking ball into center field. That is a base hit, and Patterson aboard for the 3rd time today, and his second knock coming with 1 away in the 6th.
Patty is having himself a day. And both hits haven't been smoked by any means, but hitting it where the defense isn't. That's the name of the game. 1 out, single. Forster's looking to add on.
And this is going to bring up Drew Markle. Now a man at first. Runner goes, high ball, and the throw down from the catcher. Patterson is safe. Shortstop can't believe it. Quinn, but Patterson stolen bag, now in scoring position.
That was an amazing jump by Daniel Patterson. Going right when he sees that left foot raise, and he's under the tag, diving into second.
So Markle's at a 1-0 count. Patterson now at second, 4-1 ball game. Here's a pitch from Rodriguez. Patterson inches away, and Drew sends it into the gap in right center field. Hayden John Goldberg, who recently entered the ball game, makes the catch in center. A good huck over to the 3rd baseman. So Markle retired by the new center fielder. A couple changes were being made. in between the middle half of the inning. Marco retired, and this is going to bring up Ryan Taman.
Just caught it off the end of the bat there. Now they're going to turn it over to Ryan Taman, who had that big 2 RBI double in the second inning that really propelled this 4-1 lead.
Patterson remains at second. Now 2 gone. First pitch to Taman. This is high. That is ball 1. After that double, pop up to the third baseman, which was caught in foul ground. Taman led off last time he was up. There's the 1-0 pitch, and Taman sees a breaking ball away, 2-0.
Can feel the frustration mounting from the Legends coaching staff. A couple of calls that have not gone their way, and then that puts more pressure on the umpires with the strike zone. You'll see a little more bickering as the game goes on.
Look back to second. Patterson inches his way to and fro, 2-0 pitch, and Taman went around, strike 1.
And for Ryan Taman, really turned a corner as we've moved into the second half of this season. Looks like a much more confident player.
Here's the 2-1 pitch, and Taman sees an off-speed breaking ball. High and away, 3-1, now the count.
We know Ryan Taman, big frame, a lot of power. This is his sort of count. 3-1, looking for 1 pitch.
Here it is. Taman will take a strike, full count. The Stars trying to make it a 4-run ball game yet again. They conceded a run in the top half of this inning. Trying to make it a 5-1 lead with a base hit. Patterson, a very good runner. 2-2 pitch. Runner goes. Breaking ball will miss in safely at third base is Daniel Patterson. And Ryan Taman aboard for the second time. He works a walk with 2 outs in the 6th.
Great jump by Daniel Patterson, knowing the situation. We saw earlier Caden Peterson make that out at third base. That's one thing you don't want to do as a baseball player. Don't make the out at third when you're already in scoring position, but gets in there safely, and a really nice at-bat from Ryan Taman.
So here's D. Kennedy in the 9 spot. Ground up to third, pop up to the first baseman, which was caught in foul ground. Runners on the corners, 2 gone. First pitch, Kennedy sees it high and away, ball 1.
D today 0 for 2. The numbers don't jump out, but if he were to reach, changes the whole direction of this inning.
1-0 pitch, big breaking ball, 1-1.
The former Texas player recently committed to Kansas State, so he'll be there next year.
1-1 pitch, and Kennedy will see it down, ball 2. Part of the reason why Kennedy is not with us for a couple weeks, going back, talking with schools, now at Kansas State. But back in action here at Santa Barbara High School. 2-1 pitch, and Kennedy takes it off the helmet. He's okay. Good to see. So the bases will be loaded, and D. Kennedy go to first base. Bill Pintard greets him down that first base line.
I'll take a long look at D. Kennedy to make sure he's okay. Fastball right off the helmet. Very dangerous scenario there. Looks like he'll be okay, but that's one you take personally as a hitter too. It's one thing to get hit just on the body, but anything above the neck becomes dangerous.
So bases will be loaded. D. Kennedy still talking with the trainer, our first base coach, Coach Holguin. Looks like it's all smiles down there at first base. So D aboard for the first time today. Base is now loaded. The pitching coach out from the third base dugout from Menlo Park. An opportunity here for Santa Barbara. Aiden, 3-run game. They have one good inning from Menlo Park. They're right in it, tied up, maybe even take the lead. Insurance runs could be huge here, bottom of 6.
I wanted to hit on that, Hunter. Moving now into the 6th inning, this feels like the opportunity for Caden Peterson. We're going to look back to this at-bat. It will determine who wins this game.
First pitch. Peterson sees it high, ball 1.
Not saying that if Caden gets out, the Foresters will lose, but A base hit puts the game away, essentially.
1-0 pitch. Breaking ball drops in. 1-1. Daniel Patterson is at third. Taman second. D. Kennedy at first. One pitch. Peterson sees that breaking ball again. Good location this time, 1-2.
A really big curveball that he's thrown in back-to-back pitches, 4 strikes. Peterson now has to shorten up, find a way to get on base.
Bases loaded, 2 gone. The 1-2 pitch. Peterson sees a heater away, 2-2. Caden, 1 for 3 today, had an RBI double in the second. Find a gap, maybe plate 2, maybe even 3. 2-2 pitch. Peterson, he will get hit. And he will go to first base. That's going to bring in a run. Daniel Patterson from third will score, and consecutive batters hit by Nolan Rodriguez. Sturs regain 4-run lead, 5-1. Now our score.
And that's very frustrating for the new arm for the Menlo Park Legends. Hitting him with the curveball. Just slipped out of the hand. And now the Foresters are in crooked number territory once again.
Taman now at third. Kennedy second. Peterson at first. Here's Freeman. First pitch down the middle, strike 1. Back-to-back batters. Those hit by batters, hit by pitch. Sponsored by Alta Orthopedic. It's great to see D. Kennedy okay at high fastball. But the 0-1 pitch is Freeman. Spits on it down, 1-1.
Jackson Freeman, his first 2 times through, didn't hit the ball hard and had 2 poor at-bats. But last time, crushed a fly ball to center. Just unlucky.
Here's the pitch, and it will miss away. That is ball 2 for Jackson Freeman. 1 run in here in the 6th. Sturs back out on top by 4, but looking for more. First run since the 2nd inning. 2-1 pitch. Freeman will send it foul over the third base dugout. 2-2.
Fastball elevated. Freeman just gets a piece. Just needs to find a way to get a base hit.
Conversely, Rodriguez trying to limit the damage. Action in the bullpen. 2-2 pitch. Freeman goes down looking low in the zone. It's in there from Rodriguez. And the Sturs leave the bases loaded in the 6th, but they do bring in 1. We head to the 7th. Sturs lead 5-1 over the Legends.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Now in the 7th inning here from Santa Barbara, Josh Quinn will lead things off for the Menlo Park Legends. Is a 5-1 ball game. 6-7, 5, 6, and 7 coming on up for the Legends. Cody Howard is also remaining on the hill. First pitch swinging a miss, and Howard gave up a couple hits in the last inning. Back out there for the 7th inning.
We talked about how great of a pitcher Cody Howard is, but in the pregame, the main highlight, an innings eater. He goes deep into baseball games. Only one earned run into the 7th.
The 0-1 pitch over on top of the first base dugout. Strike 2 for Josh Quinn, who's reached on an error and a line out into left. And the Legends conceding a run, bottom of the 6th. 5-1 the lead for the Sturs. The 0-2 pitch, and Quinn sees it down and away. 1-2.
It'll be interesting to see how long Cody Howard's leash is. Jackson Cloud looks about ready in the bullpen, but Howard continues to roll on.
1-2 pitch as Quinn sees it away. 2-2. Starting pitching, really the pitching has been oh so good all season long. Yesterday, 11 Ks between the pitchers, no hitter going to the 9th. 2-2 pitch, spoiled foul down the right field line. Means 2-2.
Much nicer day than yesterday. We had a little bit cloud cover for the majority. Sun kind of poked through, but today it's pretty steady. Been a very nice day at the yard.
Leadoff man at a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch, and Quinn rolls it down the third base line. It remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ethan Bergen will be next. A battle here between the leadoff man and Cody Howard. We did see Cloud warming in the last inning. 2-2 pitch, and Quinn checks swing. Peel down the first base umpire, no swing, full count.
And Cody was walking off the mound. He wanted that one on location. Then they appealed to the first base umpire, says he did not go. But ahead 5-1. Likely a fastball here, got a challenge.
Payoff pitch to the leadoff man, and Quinn will see ball 4, and Howard loses him, and Quinn will reach for the second time today. That is the first walk given up by Cody Howard. Quinn now at first.
Been able to limit those free passes. Done a great job in that department, but the first one goes to Quinn here in the 7th.
Now here's the catcher who had the first knock of the day for the Legends. They now have 3. First hit coming in the 5th with 1 out. First pitch, and Bergen sees away, ball 1.
And although Cody Howard hasn't had the same command as he's moved into the back half of this outing, he's still been very effective, able to get outs, able to get out of jams.
The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Good delivery from Cody Howard. Evens the count at 1. For Bergen on the base hit, fly out to center. So he's 1 for 2 today, serving as a catcher. Rowan Felsch will be on deck, center fielder. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and swing and a miss, strike 2.
Back upstairs with that off speed. Has a cutter in his repertoire that he throws in those pitcher's counts where you need a strike but still can put it on a corner.
Man at first, looking for the first out of this inning. Check back to the man at first. In safe is Josh Quinn. 1-2, it remains.
If you're Cody, find that strikeout pitch. He's had 5 this afternoon.
1-2 pitch, and it's sent back just to the right of home plate. It remains 1-2. We saw the check back from Cody over to the man at first, Quinn. He's already got a pickoff today, and it was Quinn who was picked off in the 2nd inning when he reached on error by the shortstop. But the last start for Cody Howard, he had 2 pickoffs, actually both in the same inning. That was in the 3rd against the Conejo Oaks. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Bergen just off the end of the bat taps it foul. Another good battle here between a legend against Cody Howard.
This is something that Ryan Kramer and manager Pintard will take a note of. the longer at-bats for the Legends. You don't want this game to slip away. Would guess that Cody Howard's leash isn't too much longer if he's unable to get more outs.
Blair over to Quinn at first. 1-2 pitch, and this one is back up the middle. This might be two. There's Markle at short to second and over to first. Yes! A 1-6-3 double play, and that's one way to get 2 outs.
Drew Markle, round of applause. What a pick at shortstop. That PFP looked awkward, to say the least, from Cody Howard. He gave him a knuckleball in the dirt, and Drew Markle picked it with ease. Throw on the back end, couldn't even plant his foot, and a perfect strike to get him by a step. Double play.
So 2 gone, bases now clear. Here's the first pitch to Felsch. Big ol' rip, strike 1.
And you see Cody, after he threw that, trying to replicate what the proper motion would have been. Very fortunate Markle picked it.
The 0-1 popped up into left. Here comes Caden Peterson, moves on in, and only having to face 3 is Cody Howard. The double play, a phenomenal play from Drew Markle at short to turn 2, and the Sturs go to the bottom of the 7th, leading 5-1.
Thanks for listening. But how would you like to read about your favorite team? Hi, this is Jim Buckley, and I'm proud to announce the publication of our first book about the Foresters, Stir It Up! The story of America's most successful summer baseball team is out now. 100% of the profits from this new book will benefit the Hugs for Cubs. You can buy one at the ballpark or online. Visit sbforesters.org for a direct link, or look us up on bookbaby.com. You can also pick up a copy locally at the Mesa Bookstore or Chaucer's or the Tecolote Bookshop. Stir It Up includes a complete history of the team from the founding by Bob Townsend in 1991 through all 10 national championships under Bill Pintard. You'll hear again from great Foresters players, read about the Hugs for Cubs, check out our all-time records, and much more. Help the Hugs and read Stir It Up. More info at sbforesters.org.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Now in the bottom of the 7th. Here from Santa Barbara High School, the Sturs still on top, 5-1 over Menlo Park. Sebring, Holman, Rogers, 3-4-5. Coming on up for the Sturs, Nolan Rodriguez remains on the hill. First pitch, breaking ball is in there, 0-1.
And Nolan Rodriguez has been so good for the Legends. Want to give him his flowers. Coming in out of the bullpen, he's really steadied the water, gave his team a chance to win, even though the offense hasn't come along for the ride.
The 0-1 missing away, and Rodriguez entered to start off the 4th inning and back out there in the 7th, so the start of his 4th inning in relief work. 1-1 pitch. Sebring will take strike 1-2.
Jonah got a battle here now. Down 1-2. Looking for a barrel.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Sebring fights it off, pops it up in the infield. In comes Ujimori, and the second baseman makes the play to retire Sebring. 1 away in the 7th.
Cool, happy birthday celebration for our president, Christina, in between innings, right after the 7th inning stretch. Happy birthday to her, and hoping the Foresters hold on for a W.
Yes, Christina Songer does so much behind the scenes for the Santa Barbara Foresters. The unsung hero. Here's the first pitch to Jack Holman. In there for a strike. 0-1 for Jack. Bases clear, 1 out. And for Christina, it comes all the away games as well. The 0-1 will miss high and away. Evens up the count to Holman.
Really embodies the community that the Foresters have built. It's almost a family every time you come to the yard.
Here's the 1-1 pitch to Jack, and Holman on a fastball chops it over to the shortstop. Quinn moves in, and the throw to first in time. Holman retired, 2 gone in the 7th.
Saw manager Pintard kind of embrace with Cody Howard, a big hug. Would guess that his day is done, and they'll hand it over to Jackson Cloud to finish the job.
Cody Howard going 7 innings and only had to face 3 in the top half of this frame, with turning that double play. Big part due to the shortstop Markle. But here's Will Rogers. He's reached twice today. First pitch, and Will take a strike. Nothing M1. He's got a base hit. Run scored. He's been hit. That was in the 3rd, and a ground out to 2nd. Have to imagine not too much longer for Nolan Rodriguez as well. The 0-1 sent foul behind home plate. Strike 2.
And I would assume, Hunter, if we had a stat on Will Rogers' batting average 7th inning or later, it would be very high. He finds himself in these opportunities, game in, game out, always finds a way to come through.
The 0-2 pitch. Rogers just taps it. No, he will strike out. Virgin is able to slap the tag on him, and Will Rogers will strike out. And a 1-2-3 inning for Nolan Rodriguez, and we head to the 8th from Santa Barbara High School. Foresters lead 5-1.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
The Foresters go to the bullpen for the first time today. Jackson Cloud will enter on the hill for Cody Howard, and Howard going 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, which was earned. He walked 1 and struck out 5. The starter today, Cody Howard. Great start. Cloud takes over.
Big round of applause from Cody Howard. He was brilliant, and now handing over to another guy who's been brilliant all year. 8 2/3 for Cloud, a 2.08 ERA.
Here's Ryson Ujimuri, looks to lay down a bunt down the 3rd baseline. It is strike 1. But now in the top of the 8th inning, Stir still just holding on. It's a 5-1 game. Still a nice lead for Santa Barbara. The Legends down their final 6 outs. 1-1 pitch. Ujimuri, see a ball away. 2-1.
With Cloud, you'll generally see 3 pitches. That cutter, big curveball, his best pitch. Then a changeup.
Here's a 2-1 offering. Ujimuri will take a strike. Good delivery from Jackson. 2-2. Last time we saw Jackson Cloud was in that extra innings game against Arroyo. He came in and tried to lock it down. Run into a bind late in that game. But Ryan Kramer says that Jackson pitched very well in that outing. Didn't get the result, however. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. 2-2. Check that. That was strike 3 to Ujimuri, and Jackson Cloud strikes out the first man he faces.
That's a a surprise me fastball got him swinging. We have a little bit of a count miscommunication, but I think we're all good.
Roger Murray retired. Here's Walsh, the 9-hole hitter. Sends it foul in front of the first base dugout. Deflects off the fencing. Strike one.
Jackson and I played high school baseball together. Talked about it in last broadcast, but really good player. One of the hardest workers I know, and the results have shown all year.
The 0-1 pitch. Missed down 1-1. Walsh at the 9 spot. Evan Bilter will be on deck in this 4-run lead for Santa Barbara. The bounce back after the last CCL game, which was a loss. 1-1 pitch, and this one is roped over to the first baseman and caught by Jack Holman. Holman, great play at the first station to retire Walsh on the lineout. 2 gone.
Ball was hit hard, but a really nice play from Jack Coleman, lunging to his left. Talked about his great glove over there at first base.
Here is Hayden Jung Goldberg to hit for the first time today. He entered defensively in the outfield, but now hits for the first time, top spot in the order. So Bilter, hitting for Bilter. First pitch to Jung Goldberg. That's strike one. And defensively, he came in to play in center field. And as a result, Rowan Felsch slid over to right, where Evan Bilter started off the ball game. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and a break ball's in there, 0-2.
Cloud continuing to attack, picking up right where Howard left off. If you're Coach Ryan Kramer, you have to be very pleased.
With 2 gone, base is clear. Here is the 0-2 pitch, and high and away fastball, 1-2.
I would expect him leaning on that devastating curveball ahead 1-2. Can spike it if needed, trusting Ryan Taman.
Comes the 1-2 pitch, and that will be strike 3. Jackson Cloud strikes out a pair, sees 3, and sits 3 down in the 8th. Bottom of the inning we go, Sturs by 4.
Thanks for listening. But how would you like to read about your favorite team? Hi, this is Jim Buckley, and I'm proud to announce the publication of our first book about the Foresters, Stir It Up! The story of America's most successful summer baseball team is out now. 100% of the profits from this new book will benefit the Hugs for Cubs. You can buy one at the ballpark or online. Visit sbforesters.org for a direct link, or look us up on bookbaby.com. You can also pick up a copy locally at the Mesa Bookstore or Chaucer's or the Tecolote Bookshop. Stir It Up includes a complete history of the team from the founding by Bob Townsend in 1991 through all 10 national championships under Bill Pintard. You'll hear again from great Foresters players, read about the Hugs for Cubs, check out our all-time records, and much more. Help the Hugs and read Stir It Up. More info at sbforesters.org.
In the bottom of the 8th inning, Santa Barbara maintain a 5-1 lead over the Menlo Park Legends. Patterson, Markle, Taman coming on up, and they're going to face a brand new arm, Alexander Morrison, to take over for Nolan Rodriguez. And Rodriguez had 4 innings in relief work, only gave up a single run. Great stuff from Rodriguez. Now enter Morrison.
Morrison hasn't seen a ton of time this year, only 4 2/3 pitched.
First one away to Patterson, ball 1.
If you're Menlo Park, you're just trying to give your team a chance to win by putting up a 0, keeping them within striking distance.
The 1-0 pitch, and Patterson will see it away. That is ball 2. Daniel today, he's been walked, a run scored, a double, a single in the 6th, and also another run scored. So Patterson scored 2 of the 5 runs today for the Sturs. 2-0 pitch, and Patterson sees away, ball 3. In this part of the order, it's been the powerhouse all game long for Santa Barbara.
Talk about having a day if you're Daniel Patterson. He's been waiting for kind of that emergence offensively, one day to look back on as a big one, and that's exactly what today's been.
3-0 pitch, and Daniel will see ball 4 away, and for the 4th time today, Patterson will reach base. It's a leadoff walk for the Sturs.
Another great at-bat from Daniel Patterson, and you know he's a stolen base threat. Last time he got on in the 6th, stole 2nd and 3rd after the single. Could be on the move again.
So here's Drew Markle. Drew, RBI single, a run scored, ground out to short, fly out to center field. His first look at the right-hander, Alexander Morrison. There goes Daniel Patterson. The throw is late, but Patterson slides into second base safely. And Patterson sees the first pitch to Drew Markle, swipes a bag, now in scoring position. Still no outs here in the 8th.
He continues to be the MVP of this game, stealing bases and putting the Forsters in a position to score.
Markle had a 1-0 count. Trying to tack on a few more runs, just give a little extra cushion. 1-0 pitch, and Drew will take a strike, 1-1.
Drew's been great today with that single in the 2nd. At bats look amazing.
Couple looks back to second for Morrison. 1-1 pitch. Markle sees it high and in. That is ball 2. Ryan Taman will be next for the Sturs after the stolen bag for Daniel Patterson. Now at second. And the Sturs picked up 4 runs in the 2nd. That was the deciding inning so far. 2-1 pitches. Markle will take a strike, 2-2. And we've seen that throughout the season. The Sturs just had that really big inning. Yesterday they had 10 runs through 2 innings, and that capped off the game. And currently with leading by 4, that second inning, the deciding factor. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Drew Markle. As Markle ropes down the left field line, it is foul. We'll do it again.
And it's that one big inning, and throughout the rest of the game, leaning on the elite pitching staff. And once you give any of these Forster arms even a couple of runs of run support, they take it and run and just dominate the rest of the baseball game.
Cloud through 1 inning. We do see Tucker Holland, the lefty, throwing down that right field line. Will he enter? He is also listed as available today. But a man at second. 2-2 pitch, and Markle ducks out under it. Full count.
Another one that's up near the neck area for the Foresters. We saw D get plunked in the 6th inning in the head. Did not want to get another one up there.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Check that, the 3-2 pitch now to Markle. Runner on the move, and Drew will send it foul over the third base dugout. Nearly drills the scoreboard. Remains 3-2.
And traditionally, you don't see a runner on second base with no out steal third, even in a 3-2 count. Patty did it last time, got there safely, and even with the Drew Markle foul ball, he was off and going.
And Markle trying to drive in another run. Payoff pitch. That one's behind his back. Patterson will go to third, and Markle into first base. 2 walks for Alexander Morrison to start his outing. Runners on the corners. Sturs trying to tack on a few more.
We almost had a similar camera incident.
Deja vu?
All straight
Almost.
to the backstop, but we're all good. And the head coach now coming out to have a conversation. Not sure if this is the end of the day already for Morrison.
There was action in the bullpen. It looks like a new arm will be trotting down from the bullpen down the left field line. We will step away. New arm coming in for the Legends. Stirs on top 5-1 over Menlo Park.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
The new man taking over for the Legends on the hill will be the lefty, Robbie Souter. Inherits two runners on the corners. Markle at first, Patterson is at third, and here is Ryan Taman batting out of the 8th spot. Remains a 5-1 lead. First pitch, and it will miss away to Ryan, ball 1.
Robbie Souter has struggled with walks, to say the least. 16.5 ERA in 6 innings entering this game. 16 walks to 10 strikeouts.
Check back to Drew. Drew had a big lead, but in safely at first. Vascone Smith is out in left field defensively. He will lead off the 9th inning for the Legends. They're going to have 2, 3, and 4 due up. The 1-0 pitch, and Taman will take a strike. Just clips the edge. 1-1.
No outs with Taman up. He'll look to elevate a ball into the outfield. Patty's speed should easily score.
1-1 pitch, and it's away. Runner goes, and Markle now caught up between first and second base in a rundown. Need to keep tabs on the man at third. Markle is tagged on his way back to first base for the first out. Patterson holds at third. And there's the first out of the inning. Markle caught off in the rundown. Now 1 down, and the count is 2-1 for Taman.
Looks like there was a little confusion on both ends. If that was a designed play, sometimes you see with runners on the corners, the runner on first purposely gets in a rundown to possibly score Patty, but Patty didn't end up running.
2-1 pitch. Taman sees it well away. Does Patterson come home to score? He thought about it and will track back to third base. Ethan Bergen cannot field that errant pitch. As a result, Patterson holds at third base. Looked like he could have came around to score.
with the infield in.
It's now 3-1 the count. Here's the pitch, and Taman will take a strike. Taman thought he had first. Count full.
Same situation when there were runners on the corners with no outs. Elevate a baseball into the outfield.
Sturz just looking for a extra insurance run heading to the ninth. Still up by 4, but here's a payoff pitch, and Taman will see ball 4. That's going to put runners on the corners yet again. Taman aboard for the 3rd time today, and Ryan works his second walk after he had a 2-run double in the second. So nice day from Ryan Taman. Good production at the 8th spot to bring up D. Kennedy.
And D's last time up got plunked in the head. Look for a little revenge.
Now it was great to see just that he's okay. Immediately knocked the helmet off, but good to see D all right. Runners on the corners, 1 gone. First pitch, and Kennedy sees it in. That is ball 1.
Not a lot of speed for Ryan Taman at first base, so likely will not be running. D. Kennedy's difficult to double up with his speed, just needs to put a ball in play.
1-0 pitch, Kennedy sees it in. Good keep by the catcher, Bergen. Ball 2. So Robbie Souter entered this inning. There have been 3 walks given up to the Foresters. Patterson, who was at third, worked to walk. Markle worked to walk, caught in that rundown for the first out. And Taman works a walk against Robbie Souter, who entered in this inning for Alexander Morrison. 3 Stars have all reached base on balls. 2-0 pitch, misses away. That is ball 3. Top of the order on deck. Taken all the way for Souter. Throw a strike.
Struggled with the walks entering this outing. We talked about it, but D likely getting the green light if he sees a pitch that he loves.
3-0, and there's strike 1. Souter has to fire strike, and he did. 3 balls and a strike.
Starting to cool down here in Santa Barbara, to say the least, as we move into these late innings.
3-1 pitch, and Kennedy will take strike 2. He thought he had first. Souter, who was down 3 balls and no strikes, now has a full count. Second base open, 1 away. Santa Barbara looking to close out this game with a couple extra runs. 3-2 pitch. Kennedy stays alive. Do it again.
There's been moments and at-bats all season long where a member of the Foresters is looking for that big hit to kind of end a cold streak. This at-bat for D here in the 8th is exactly that.
Kennedy puts something in play. 3-2 pitch, and Kennedy will see ball 4 in. That's going to load up the bases, and for the 4th consecutive batter, all reaching via a walk. And Kennedy aboard for the 2nd time today. Bases now loaded. Going to bring around top of the order, Caden Peterson.
The numbers do not lie. In the free pass, plaguing the Legends, to say the least. 4 straight walks. The Foresters haven't done much more than keep the bat on their shoulders this inning and have still continued to set the table.
And for Santa Barbara, amassed 5 runs, 4 of them coming in the 2nd. And in that 2nd inning, 4 knocks, only a single walk. But when you look back to yesterday against the Coastal Dodgers, capitalizing on all the free passes, a couple batters that were hit, walks, some knocks as well. And here comes Chris DeBoo, the head coach. Looks like we'll be making another pitching change. Alexander Morrison started off this inning, walked 2, entered Robbie Souter. And this will be another pitching change. Bases loaded, only 1 gone. Foresters still by 4.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara Airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara Airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
New arm for the Legends will be Hunter Haynes, and Caden Peterson will now stand in, bases loaded, 1 out. First pitch misses low, ball 1. In this inning, Foresters have stood at the box, at the dish, 4 walks.
And if you're the Legends, just trying to pull any string you can to keep this game intact.
The 1-0 pitch, and Peterson will see ball 2 high. Sturs just looking for a couple more. Will they see this game through? You have real no chance. It's Menlo Park, the top of the 9th. 2 straight balls to Caden. Here's the pitch as Peterson sees ball 3 in.
It is simply just a lack of strike throwing right now, Hunter. 4 straight walks. Caden Peterson now ahead 3-0.
At third base, Daniel Patterson needing a strike. 3-0 pitch, and Peterson will see ball 4, and that's going to walk in a run. Daniel Patterson from third will score 5 straight walks to the Foresters here in the 8th. Ryan Taman goes to third, D. Kennedy to second, and Peterson brings in a run with a walk.
You could just feel the frustration mounting from the Menlo Park Legends dugout. One thing for a coach, yes, you can live with yourself if you make the wrong move, but when each reliever just cannot find the strike zone, it's very frustrating.
There's Freeman swinging away for strike 1. So now 6-1 our score. And Caden Peterson, the top spot in the order, 3 runs batted in. RBI double in the second. He was hit in the 6th to bring in a run when the bases were loaded. And now works a walk to bring in the 6th run of the day. The 0-1 pitch. Freeman sees it down. Good key from Bergen. 1-1.
Good take from Jackson Freeman. And with all of these walks and free passes, the Forester hitters can really stay disciplined. It's almost like batting practice. You're just trying to get loose. Look for that one pitch just to get yourself better. No need to expand.
1-1 pitch. Freeman swings away. Strike 2. And as Hunter Haynes looks for a second out in this 8th inning. 6-1 now our score. Bases remain loaded.
Freeman here, left on left. Already a tough at-bat. Need to choke up.
1-2 pitch. Freeman sees it down the way, 2-2. Sebring will be next for the Santa Barbara Foresters.
This is a lot of sitting, too, from the reliever, Jackson Cloud. Sometimes when an inning drags on this much, they might go to another guy just to ensure that there's no injury.
2-2 pitch. Freeman checks swing, misses in. That is ball 3. 5 straight walks to the Foresters in this 8th inning. Bases remain loaded. Marco was caught in a rundown for the first out. It's 3-2. Bases loaded. Nowhere to put Freeman. 3-2 pitch. Jackson sees ball 4 high. 6 straight walks to the Santa Barbara Foresters. That's going to bring in Ryan Taman. 7-1 now our score.
Another easy take from Jackson Freeman in a 3-2 count. Ball missed about 6 inches high. That's 2 runs that the Foresters now have done essentially nothing to earn. Yes, great plate discipline, but just needing to see the ball into the glove, and the runs continue to pour in.
Sebring, first pitch, missing high, ball 1. D. Kennedy is now at third. Hayden Peterson at second. Freeman at first. With 1 out, the Sturs will look towards tomorrow. Still trying to see out this game. OC Riptide will be in town. Then Ventura Pirates for Saturday and then Sunday matchup. 1-0 pitch. This is in. That's ball 2. For Sebring, he's already worked a walk today. Since then, he's gone 0 for 3.
And that OC Riptide game, Hunter, is a really big one for the Foresters. That's a team that have had Santa Barbara's number all season long. Hosting on a Saturday afternoon, it's one you really want to have.
2-1 pitch, missing down and in. That is ball 3. Hunter Haynes in jeopardy of having the Foresters work their 7th straight walk of this inning.
And this is something in my long years of watching baseball I've never seen.
3-0 pitch. Jonah sees ball 4. That is another walk. 7 straight base on balls. Brings in another run. D. Kennedy from third will score. 8-1 now our score here in Santa Barbara.
That officially will be the record for something I've never seen before. Baseball is a peculiar game. A lot of different things that are unique that have never happened today. 7 straight walks in a row. Just simply something I haven't ever seen.
Alexander Morrison started this inning. Robbie Souter came in. Both the relievers just faced 2. Now Hunter Haynes has faced 3. 3 have been walked. So here is Jack Holman. 0 for 3, a ground out to second to K. Ground out to short. Here comes Chris DeBoo, the head coach, at the third base dugout. 8-1 now our score. Well, Aiden, after this bowl game will be completed, talked about OC Riptide tomorrow, but still, the final game of the regular season for the Sturs are going to be on the 21st of July. And on Sunday, that'll be a week away before they head to Wichita. The regular season ending a little bit earlier for the Sturs compared to other CCL teams. Be a big day for the Sturs and just continuing to try to find momentum. We will have yet another pitching change. So we will step away. Bases remain loaded. 1 out. Sturs now lead 8-1.
Thanks for listening. But how would you like to read about your favorite team? Hi, this is Jim Buckley, and I'm proud to announce the publication of our first book about the Foresters, Stir It Up, the story of America's most successful summer baseball team, is out now. 100% of the profits from this new book will benefit the Hugs for Cubs. You can buy one at the ballpark or online. Visit sbforesters.org for a direct link, or look us up on bookbaby.com. You can also pick up a copy locally at the Mesa Bookstore or Chaucer's or the Tecolote Bookshop. Stir It Up includes a complete history of the team from the founding by Bob Townsend in 1991 through all 10 national championships under Bill Pintard. You'll hear again from great Foresters players, read about the Hugs for Cubs, check out our all-time records, and much more. Help the Hugs and read Stir It Up. More info at sbforesters.org.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
The new arm for Menlo Park will be Kanan Treese. Treese enters this ball game. Will be the third pitching change of the inning. 7 straight walks to the Santa Barbara Foresters. They have pushed in 3 runs. 8-1 our score. Batter will be Jack Holman. Bats from the left side. Again, Aiden, with this game and the rest of the games of the regular season, Wichita right around the corner. The Stars have to realize that and what they're going to be heading into in Kansas.
Absolutely. In these moments, like Jack Holman stepping up with the bases loaded, they really define a season and get things going.
First pitch to Jack. Foul back. Strike 1.
Good swing there by Jack Holman. Straight back, meaning he's right on it.
Base is loaded. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Holman sees a high fastball from Treese. 1-1. There is 1 out when Drew Markle did work a walk. He was the second batter to stand in. He was caught in a rundown between first and second for the first out. 1-1 pitch, and Holman sees ball too high.
And from a perspective of Jackson Cloud, this reminds me of a rain delay, where when a pitcher goes into the dugout and they're not able to stretch or throw for a long time, they usually get pulled. They might see a bullpen arm coming in for the 9th.
Here's a 2-1 pitch, and that misses high. Ball 3. 7 Foresters have stood in, and they've been given 7 walks, and Holman now had 3 and 1. He's the 8th batter to stand in. Treese needs a strike. 3-1 pitch, and Holman is walked. 8 straight walks here in the 8th inning. Another run will come in to score. 9-1. Stars on top.
And I'm not sure what the record is for all-time walks in a row, but we are creeping towards that number. Looks like Lopez will pinch hit now for Will.
So Augie Lopez will now hit for Will Rogers in the DH spot. The 9th batter of the inning, the first 8 all reaching via a walk, and now he's hit. Lopez is hit. And the Stars have essentially walked around the order. Lopez gets hit on the first pitch, brings in another run, 10-1 our score, and it's back to Daniel Patterson, who worked a leadoff walk. Bases remain loaded.
All 9 batters have come to bat this inning, Hunter. 0 hits for the Foresters. 8 walks, 1 hit by pitch. I've never seen the like.
Patterson takes the first pitch down, ball 1. So now at third is Sebring, second is Holman, and Augie Lopez saw only 1 pitch and gets clipped. The 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1. Well, the Stars getting their RBIs here today. 5 in the 8th, all via free passes, 1 the count. Here's the pitch, Shane Patterson sees it high at ball 2.
Patty has reached base in all 4 plate appearances today. 2 via walk, and then a double and a single.
2-1 pitch. And Patterson sends over the first base dugout, 2-2. Well, in this game, seen a couple RBIs in this inning and earlier on in the game. Brought to us by Gold's Gym. Appreciate all of our sponsors here for the Santa Barbara Foresters, and Gold sponsoring runs batted in. 2-2 pitch, and Patterson, this one gets past the second baseman into right field. Base hit. Sebring will score. Holman looks to score from second base, stretching it to a double. 2 more runs, and Daniel Patterson perfect on the day. 3 for 3, 2 walks, and now 2 runs batted in here in the 8th. 12-1 our score.
Have a day, Daniel Patterson. I said it his last at-bat, our player of the game, but I feel like that is now solidified. Reaching base in all 5 plate appearances, causing havoc on the bases. Always an amazing glove on defense. Just put the game away. 12-1 lead for the Stars.
So 2 men on base. Lopez is at third. Here is Drew Markle. Pops it up. Will stay in the infield. It tracks back. Called off by the right fielder, making the catch. No infield fly was called, so there is the second out of the inning. Markle flies out to Felsch in right field. First base open. That's the second out.
Now for Taman, he's had 2 walks as well. Also, very nice day at the plate.
First pitch to Ryan in there for a strike.
And it's going to take a lot for these legends to go back in the dugout and hit after this long of an inning. Tons of stand-in the infield.
Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Taman in the left. He'll stay in the yard. Smith moves in and makes the squeeze, the left fielder, to retire Ryan Taman. But the Sturs, what an 8th inning. We head to the 9th. Sturs now lead by 11, 12-1 our score, going to the final inning from Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Jackson Cloud will remain in the ballgame for the Santa Barbara Foresters. It's a 12-1 ball game. Vascon Smith will dig in for the first time today. He entered defensively, will now hit at the 2 spot. First pitch, swinging over to third base. Daniel Patterson fields it off the deck. The throw good. 1 pitch and 1 out here in the 9th. 1 away.
Lot of sitting for Jackson Cloud. That bottom half of the 8th spanned what it felt like 45 minutes long. The Foresters 7 runs on only 1 hit. We talked about the free passes, but now Jackson back out there and 2 outs away from a victory.
Here's the pitch, and this one is into center field. Jonas Sebring has to go back, looks for the wall and makes the squeeze, and Jackson Cloud 2 pitches here in the 9th, 2 gone.
2 pitches, 2 gone, and making up for that long bottom half of the 8th with the quickest start possible to the top of the 9th.
In that 8th inning, 7 runs. There were 8 walks, 1 hit batter. Patterson had a 2-run double, the lone hit to push in 7 more runs. This one goes off the leg. Would be Jordan Crawford. But we'll have a pinch hitter stand in for the final AB of the day for Menlo Park.
As it gets late, hitting a ball off your foot hurts that much more just because of the cold weather. But Cloud continuing to pound the zone.
The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball in there for a strike, and Jackson Cloud rolling along. And the Sturs 1 strike away from moving to 17-8 in CCL play. Cloud, the 0-2 pitch, and it will miss down 1-2.
Cloud seeing time both as a starter and a reliever. Closing this one down. 1 more strike needed.
1-2 pitch, misses in, nearly clips the batter, 2-2.
We'll see where Cloud goes. That cutter's been a pitch that has worked very well. Also the curveball and changeup.
Here's the pitch. And lifted up and out of play. It remains 2-2 here in the 9th. Jackson Cloud, only the 2nd man to stand on the hill today. Cody Howard, our starter, went 7. Cloud took over, saw 3. He's retired 5 straight in relief. 2-2 pitch, and make it 6 straight for Jackson Cloud. Jackson Cloud, great stuff in relief, and the Sturs take this one 12-1. Don't go anywhere. We will hear from Daniel Patterson in just a few moments for a post-game show. But Aiden, obviously the 7 innings in the 8th, but the Sturs kicked off the ballgame on the right foot, picking up early hits in the 2nd to put up 4 runs, and that really set the table for Santa Barbara.
No doubt, and this will be a win that for the Santa Barbara Foresters, they'll be very pleased with. 12-1, the winner. And we talked about how important tomorrow's game is. The OC Riptide, they come to Santa Barbara. The last time they came to the Central Coast, they did their job and beat the Foresters. They've kind of had their number all season long, a team that's also loaded with a bunch of D1 talent. That'll tell the tale. Is this team ready for Wichita, or there's still some things to work on? Tomorrow, I think, will be a good learning lesson as to where this team is going as far as direction is concerned.
And the first pitch against OC Riptide will be at 4:30 tomorrow. So we'll step away and hear from Daniel Patterson when we return. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Santa Barbara, and we are joined by the man of the hour, Daniel Patterson. Daniel, thanks for joining us.
Of course, happy to be here, of course.
Well, Daniel, looking at your day, 2 walks, you got on base 5 times and went 3 for 3 and scored 3 runs, 2 runs batted in. Not too shabby. What do you think about that?
Pretty solid day, you know. Just got out here, try to have fun, you know. I've been up pressing a little bit at the plate, so just getting up here, being loose, and, you know, had a good day.
Talk about being loose. Anything you do specifically in terms of your mental game to try to be loose?
Well, yeah, it's for me, I would say most of my issues when I'm out there, it's all mental. So if I could just like go up there with a good mindset, I usually put out a good day.
Well, talk about that 8th. And have you ever seen something like that from your experience playing baseball, seeing 8 straight walks?
I haven't seen that since about Little League, but yeah, first time I'd say about a decade. But yeah, long inning, you know, we're going too fast. This game was going to end too soon, so, you know, they had to go out there and do that.
Well, Daniel, looking at the rest of the schedule and the season for you guys, you got a couple more home games for the All-Star break, and Wichita's right around the corner. I know you went last year. You guys came up short. What's the message so far the last couple weeks of the regular season?
Well, yeah, during this time, you know, most guys are really tired. You know, it's a long season. We play almost every day. So just, like, kind of bearing down and trucking through these last, like, few games, you know, that's huge for the team.
And looking towards Wichita, what was your experience last year playing over there?
Last year, it's so much fun, you know, just being there in a hotel, like in the same hallway as all of your friends and just having nothing to do other than play baseball and hang out with each other. It's a great time.
And looking just a few more weeks away, how would you classify the overall team's performance heading into the last couple of weeks as a whole? The pitching,
I would
appearance?
say we're looking really good. You know, I feel like everyone's kind of hitting their stride at the same time. I think we've won a bunch of games these past 10 games, and, you know, hopefully we could just carry it on.
Awesome, Daniel. Well, really fun watching you play today. Thanks for catching up with us. Great joining us.
Great. Thanks for having me.
Thank you to Daniel Patterson for joining us and for all the crew behind the scenes. For Daniel Patterson, Aiden O'Neill, I'm Hunter Shoemaker saying so long from Santa Barbara High School. Our final score 12-1. The Sturs take it over Menlo Park. We'll see you back tomorrow here at 4:30 when the Santa Barbara Foresters host the OC Riptide. We'll see you then.